Hi everybody and welcome back. I hope you all had a great fieldwork experience and had some time to rest and be with your family over Christmas. The reason I'm not there is one of my kids got really sick over Christmas break, unfortunately. He was in the hospital, so I'm home nurturing him back to health. I really hope I'll be there with you next week, but I want to thank Christy Scheidt for being there for me today to help fill in. So she's going to start going over some foundational concepts, and we will pick up next week starting back when I get back. So I wanted to look at the syllabus really quickly. As you know, this is Occupational Therapy OTR 607 Hand Therapy. It's a really fun class. I have a lot of exciting things planned for you, and I really look forward to the semester with you. But first things first, as you know, it's going to be Fridays. If you're in the A section, you'll be 9 to 12, and if you're in the B section, you'll be 1 to 4. I'm going to have my office hours on Wednesdays from 1 to 2, or by appointment. Well, we're going to really look at applying our knowledge of anatomy and biomechanics to look at upper extremity functioning and advanced hand therapy concepts. So first thing what we're going to do is we're going to look at the syllabus. So obviously the prerequisite, oops, sorry about that. The prerequisites is that you complete your first year of graduate school, which you all have, and you're coming back from field work. We're going to really look at upper extremity knowledge and move beyond basic concepts. What we're going to really kind of focus on right now is the assignments and what we're going to do. So I tried to simplify this course. There are no tests, so that should be really a relief to you. It's really about having fun, being creative, and learning about some advanced hand therapy concepts. So one of the things we're going to do is an occupation kit or a grab bag. So you're going to have a clinical condition and an occupation. I have a list of clinical conditions and occupations that I'm going to provide for you. However, if you want to pick your own, so for instance, you might have a grandmother who has de Quervain's and likes to knit, or she has CMC arthritis and likes to knit, and you'd like to make an occupational adaptation for her. You can do that. Or you can pick one of the ones I have assigned. Most of what we're going to do also is we're going to do a lot of splint fabrication. So we're going to look at some advanced orthotic fabrication in this course. We're going to make a couple of mobilization orthotics. We're going to make one for the finger, and we're going to make a hand-based one. We're also going to make a blocking splint and a couple of we're going to make a ulnar gutter orthotic. You're going to be graded on your evaluation of your classmates and also on your orthotic that you make. We're also going to look at an upper quadrant manual therapy technique. There's a link on Blackboard where you can sign up for a topic. There are topics there, and you can do it in groups of 2 and sign up whichever one you want. And there's going to be 2 parts to this. The first part is going to be due on March 8th, where you're going to pick a topic, and you're going to do some research and give me a couple references on that topic. And then you're going to do a in-class presentation on April 19th. I'll talk a little bit more about that when I get back. We're also going to provide a hand therapy workshop for your classmates and for the grad ones, which I think some of you might have been to the hand therapy workshop before, and it's a very valuable resource for your classmates. Another exciting thing that we have in this class is we have the community therapy clinic, and I have in the works a project that we might be able to do with a hair salon in Portland, where we're actually going to bring our hand therapy clinic to them. So I'm going to be meeting with them in early February and seeing some of the needs that they have there. And hopefully you guys will be able to come there with me on one of the Fridays, or maybe a Thursday afternoon, and do some private consultation at the hair salon. So that's in the works, and we'll talk a little bit more about that when I get back, and something exciting that I hope you all will be enjoying. If for some reason that doesn't work out, we are going to have just one hand therapy day where we do the CTC the whole day. And that way you'll have an opportunity to have had all the topics in hand therapy before we bring clients in. So we decided to do that. Okay, so all this stuff about the attendance, you should come to class and be prepared. And so what we're going to do, so as I said, I had to edit a little bit what we're going to do the first week because of me not being there. So Christy's going to start talking to you about some of the foundational concepts of in hand therapy. And then the second week, I will go more into depth into the CTC, and we will start looking at anatomy, assessment, and treatment of the shoulder. So please make sure that you wear lab clothes that allow access to the shoulder. So if you want to wear a tank top underneath your sweater or sweatshirt, so that when we get to class, you'll be able to see each other's shoulders and do examination. So we're gonna take a couple weeks to look at the shoulder. We maybe have some fluidity in some of this. One of the things I like about this course is if there are things that you guys are more interested in and want to spend more time on it, we can. Most of the stuff you're getting in this course is well beyond entry level. So if we don't get to all of it, I would rather tailor it to stuff that you really like. So we may spend more time on kind of looking at shoulder anatomy, or we might spend more time on hands-on examination of the shoulder. But anyway, you guys are going to become very proficient at looking at how to evaluate the shoulder, how to do provocative testing of the shoulder, and common conditions that you'll see in the shoulder. So I have 2 weeks set aside for the shoulder. And as I said, if we want more time, we may end up spending more time than that. We'll have to see how it goes. And then we're going to talk about anatomy, assessment, and treatment of the elbow. So what I like to do in this course is I kind of basically each topic, I really go over the anatomy, and then I go over kind of the most common conditions you're going to see, and then I go over how we evaluate each one, and then I also go over how do we advance the treatment. So again, we might spend more time or less time on each topic depending on your guys' interest. Then we're going to look at anatomy, assessment, and treatment of the wrist. And as you can see on February 15th, your occupation kit is due. So that's the first assignment that you have due for me. We're going to look at advancing treatment of the wrist. We also may look at some case studies where we're going to be looking at more advanced hand therapy concepts and really thinking through what kind of modalities you might use, how you would advance exercises, and of course, what occupation adaptation you would use. Then, after we get to the beginning of March and we get through all the diagnoses, on March 8th, there's going to be no class because Dr. Winston has Frank Cronenberg, who's famous in the World Federation of OT, coming. However, that day I do want your manual therapy topic worksheets due, and we'll talk more about that. Then you'll have spring break. On the 22nd, we're going to do the CTC. That will either be at UNE or, as I said, it might be at the hair salon at Akari in Portland. I'm working through the details on that. And then we start orthotic fabrication, and we're going to spend the rest of the semester really digging into orthotics. So I left it a little bit loose because some people take more time with some of the orthotics. Some people need less time. There is opportunity if you happen to be very quick and more proficient. So maybe you had a hand therapy rotation and orthotic fabrication is something that's pretty easy for you. I will give you the opportunity to try some different ones than the ones we're doing in class. So there's going to be some opportunity for you to tailor this to your interest and your needs. And then on the 19th, we're going to do manual therapy presentations, continue with orthotic fabrication. And we also will be looking at the hand therapy workshop. I'm going to be setting up a discussion board for you guys to decide what you'd like to have for topics for your hand therapy workshop. It's all your guys, whatever you guys want to do. You can decide the topics. You can decide which group you want to be in. There could be 3 of you in one. There could be 2 of you in one. Some groups in the past have had 5 or 6 people because they were looking at more complex topics. It's whatever you want it to be. And then on May 3rd, we're going to have the hand therapy workshop. And I've tried to make it around the time when other people are free. The grad ones have class on Friday, so I made it from 11 to 1. So we'll set up in the morning, have it from 11 to 1, and we'll clean up. By that point, all your evaluation sheets for your orthotics should be done. And I like to leave it kind of loose at the end of the semester to really give you the opportunity to tailor it to what you want to do, dig into topics that you might want to dig into more deeply. And also, as I said, as you know, orthotic fabrication comes more naturally to some people, and some people it's more difficult. So if it's more difficult for you, I want you to have the extra time you need. So I know this is kind of quick going over this, and you still might have questions. Feel free to email me if you have any. And I really appreciate your understanding about why I'm not there, and I really hope I'll be seeing you guys next week. So enjoy your first week back, and I will talk to you guys soon.